Hi everybody, Rose popping in. It is Friday, time for my Facebook Friday live video that I do every Friday from my stamp room here in Calgary live. Thanks for joining me. If you're just popping in, if it's popping up on your news feed, I appreciate you tuning in. And I may have to adjust my blinds because it is super sunny in here today. And I don't know if you can even see me because I can hardly see the camera because the sun's in my eyes. But it might be okay once I flip the camera and I show you the project. So thanks again. It is Friday. Yay, Friday. I love Fridays. And this weekend we're putting up the tree. So I'm really, really excited about getting ready for Christmas and getting in the Christmas spirit. How about you guys? If you guys are joining me live, do you have your tree up? Are you all ready for Christmas? Feel free to pop on and say hi. It shows that I'm live and I have 3 viewers so far. So I'm just gonna wait until we get a couple more people here. Make sure we're all good to go. What have you guys been up to? Busy getting ready for Christmas, getting your Christmas cards done, all your shopping done? Are you as far as behind as I am? I'm getting there though, you know, slowly but surely I'll get there. Okay, so in my basket, you see what I have here. You know the drill. So every Friday when you join me, if you share my video, it gets more people to view what I'm doing and shares my business. And hi, Debbie. I really appreciate you sharing because that's what this is all about. It's about sharing. So if you want to share my video, don't forget to come back and write shared in the comment section so that I know you shared the video. And I've got all the names in here of everybody who watched last week with the washi tape card and shared that. I really appreciate it. So today, what I have for you guys for our prizes of all the people that shared, I have a stack of handmade Christmas cards. They're all different, and I have 2 stacks of them. There's 4 in each stack. You get the envelopes too. And I'm gonna pop those in the mail today because once this video is over, I got a couple of things to do here, but I'm heading to the post office to mail some stuff. So these will go in the mail today, and then you'll get them, the winners will get them, and then they can use them. They're not marked or anything. They're just hand stamped, ready to go for you to use for your own use, okay? Okay, thanks, Debbie. Okay, so let's see who the first winner is. I'm just gonna pull out one of the names in my, make sure I only have one. Who is this? It's Jennifer. Jennifer has won. So Jennifer, if you're watching, please send me your email, your mailing address so I can send you some hand stamped cards. And the second person that wins the other bundle of cards today is Regina. So it's so bright in here, you can't even read that, but it is Regina. Congratulations, Jennifer and Regina, on your stack of Christmas cards that are coming to you in the mail. So I don't think I have either of your addresses, ladies, so I hope you're going to be watching today and you'll post your, or I'll send you a private message for your address so I can get these in the mail to you. So what I have for you today, I'm not sure if you saw my post earlier, but the snowflake stuff is, the snowflake showcase is going away today. It's the last day for Snow is Glistening stamp set. And, excuse me, the Snowfall Thinlits. I'll show you those when I flip the camera. It is so bright in here, you guys. I'm sorry. It's always good to have good lighting on the project, but I didn't realize how bright it actually was. Okay, I have another card to show you too. This one was made by my friend Allison Sullivan. Now, this is another stamp set that is also on sale, and these are framelets. Okay, these are the framelets, the Snowfall framelets. So they're not just Christmas, they're not just snowflakes. We can do flowers too with the Snowfall Thinlits. So I'll show you that in a second. The stamp set is called, it's on my wall, I can't remember the name of it. Just let me go grab it. Let's see, here it is. Okay, because I didn't really focus on this one too much because we're, you know, focusing on Christmas, but this stamp set here is called Happiness Surrounds, and it coordinates with the same dies. So the dies will cut out these images and this big one. So, and this one too. I'm pretty sure you can cut out, I haven't played with this one that much, I apologize, because I've been focusing on Christmas, but this one is also for sale, and the sale ends today. So if you like this one, or the Snow is Glistening, this is your chance, okay guys? I did post that if you place an order in my online store and you use the hostess code, you're going to get from me, if you buy the Thinlits and one of the stamp sets. So about like 2 things. You're gonna get the snowflake trinkets from me, okay? I'm gonna send those out to all the people that order on my online store today. So you wanna be sure you do that so you can get these awesome, awesome little gems. The full package, I'll be sending them to you guys. So I'll show you the hostess code and you can do that. Okay, so let's flip the camera and I'll get out of the spotlight, like literally, it is so bright. And you guys can see what I've got for you today. Okay, let's go. Okay, so here we go. Just gonna flip you around here. Just bear with me while I get my camera set up. There's the host code at the top of your screen. This is the code you want to use in my online store. That will direct you to, well, you put this in at the cash, at the checkout. At the very end, there's a little box that says host code. Now, don't be confused. You're not actually hosting anything, but what this means is it links everybody together, and I can then order you your free trinkets, which, by the way, I have right here. So these are the free trinkets, the snowflake trinkets that you can get when you order the framelits and the stamps today. Okay, so you want to get your hands on those because they're lovely. Okay, so what do I have for you today? We have a product that is called Shimmer Paint. Okay, comes like this in a little jar, I guess you call it, a little plastic jar, and it's paint. Now I'm going to be playing with frost white. So inside, can you hear that? There's a little ball in there, and you definitely want to shake it up really good before you use it, okay? Because it just, I guess it separates while it's sitting. So what we're going to do with this is I have taken one of our Stampin' Misters, and I put 4 drops in here, and you can tell it's on the bottom. It settled out a little bit. So I put 4 drops in there, and then what I did was I topped it up with rubbing alcohol. So 4 drops of the Shimmer Paint, and then the rest rubbing alcohol. Okay, and it doesn't matter what kind of rubbing alcohol. I use 70%. You can use up to 91. It'll all work, okay? So I've got that into my mister, and I'm just going to give it a mix here. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Angela. So rubbing alcohol and 4 drops of Shimmer Paint. Now we sell Shimmer Paint in in 4 different colors. So you'll want to check that out. I'm using the frost white. I'm just going to cover up my surface here because I'm going to spritz these. I'm just going to show you right now what it looks like on dark cardstock, okay? So I'm going to just start to spritz this, and you don't want to spritz too close. I'm going to spritz my cardstock, and I'm hoping, oh my goodness, I can see the shine. It is beautiful. Can you see that glimmer in the sunlight there? That is just like a couple of spritzes. So you can spritz till your heart's content, and the paper will bow a little bit. See how that's turning? Hi, Camilla. Thanks for joining me. Do you see that shine, you guys? Oh my goodness, that is shimmer, and that is in this little spritzer. And on the black cardstock and the dark, it looks so dramatic. It looks really pretty on white too. We did white. This is Night of Navy. We did white with my my card club. That was our technique this month. Every month with my card club, we do a technique. Now this is navy. Spray it on the back and it'll lay flat. Oh, good tip, Angela. Let's try that. So you're just leveling it out, I guess, hey? Why not spritz both sides? More glitter, the better. Oh yeah, so it does. It does flatten out better. So you can just let that dry, and as it dries, it will flatten out. But that's just like 4 little drops of this super powerful glitter product and rubbing alcohol into a spritzer. So let me show you what we're going to do with that. So I did this before I went on camera so that it would dry and it would be ready. I'm just going to get rid of this piece of paper because it's all wet. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a diorama card. So I'm going to bring in my, this is my Simply Scored board. And let's back out a little bit. I have a piece of gray, our basic gray cardstock. And I know the lighting is really weird in here. I could close my blinds. Are you guys okay? Is this too bright? Can you see what I'm doing? Just let me know because I could close my blinds and make it a little easier. I just want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. Just let me know. If you're okay, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, so I've got a piece of gray, basic gray, that measures 5.5 by 11 3/4. So all I did was I cut like a 1/4 inch off this is a 12 by 12 cardstock. I'm going to put it into my Simply Scored board, and I'm going to score at 3 3/4, and I'm going to score at 7 1/4, 7 3/4, and then all the way over to the end at 11 1/4. Okay, so we're done with this, and here's my card base. Can you see those score lines? Okay, so now what I want to do, I'm just going to reinforce those score lines so we can see what we're doing here, what we're working with. How's everybody doing today? Are you happy it's Friday like I am? I'm super happy it's Friday. Okay, so this is the card base like this, okay? So we've got this little strip here that we're going to put adhesive on, and then we've got 3 panels. Now, what I did before I went on camera is I cut a piece of Night of Navy. Can you see that shimmer in there? I spritzed it before we went on camera. This is my front panel, so if you're writing this down, the front panel measures 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I have a Night of Navy panel for the inside, same color, and it measures just a slight bit shorter, and it's 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to put this onto my inside panel, and I'm going to stick it down, bring in my adhesive here, and I'm going to make sure I go all the way around the edges because I'm going to cut an oval out of this inside panel. So I'm just going to mount this right on here, like that. And I'm going to bring in my Big Shot with the oval die. Now, here we go. Got my Big Shot, got my magnetic platform and one of my clear plates. I'm going to lay this down like so. I'll grab my oval die, and I'm going to put it on here. Now I don't want my oval die to move because I got a very narrow window on both sides, so I don't want it to shift. And a little tip is to use a sticky note. So I have my little sticky notes here. I'm just going to grab a sticky note and hold that die in place. Just because the magnetic platform works really well, but I've actually got 2 layers of cardstock here, so it loses its magnetic field when you put too many things together. So I'm just going to put that sticky note on there to hold that die down. And then I need my clear plate to go on top. There's my sandwich. Okay, so now I'm ready to roll that through and cut that oval shape out. There we go. Get rid of my Big Shot. And I'll bring back my cardstock now. So I'm going to take the sticky note off. So the sticky note doesn't affect anything. Whoops, that it didn't cut. I should have went forward and back there. Just got to help it out. So I've got this little oval that has shimmer. I'm going to hold on to that because I'm sure I can use that on another project. And there we go. So there's my inside panel. Hi, Anna. Oh yes, this will be here whenever you want to come back and watch the replay. Come on back and watch the replay, and if you comment on the replay, I will see the comments and I can respond too, so if you have questions about anything. Okay, so this is the inside of my diorama card. So let's just put this aside for a second and work on the front of my card. So remember I was telling you I've got a bigger piece, 3 3/4 by 5 1/4 for my front. And what do I have for the front? Do you remember the dies that I was talking about? The beautiful, I didn't show them to you. I showed them last week, but let's show you up front. So here's the Snow is Glistening stamp set that we're going to use today. And the Happiness Surrounds, you can get that one today too. And these are the lovely, whoops, Snowfall Thinlits. And there's 20 Snowfall Thinlits in here. It's amazing how many you get. And what I want to use is my absolute favorite one. I went ahead and cut these out. This is the white snow flourish. Look at that flourish. So I'm going to use that one. And I'm going to put this onto my card front with glue dots. Where are my glue dots? Here they are. Here they are. So glue dots are my friend because to try and put adhesive on there using snail would be, I might rip it. So I find it's better to just lay 3 glue dots in different spots. And glue dots are super, super strong. So they're not, that die cut is not going anywhere. So I'll just put one on the end, one in the middle, and then one on this end. So I'm actually gonna put that like this on my card. Nope, I'm not gonna put it on, I lied. I'm gonna lay it down here first because I wanna show you something. I cut a stitched oval, okay? And this is gonna be my greeting for the front. So I wanna put that on first, and then I'm actually gonna put the flourish around my greeting, okay? So let's just zoom in for a little bit here. So for the front of my card, I'm using from the Snow is Glistening. It's this one here. Each snowflake is beautiful, sparkling, and special, just like you. So that's what I want to use. So I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy ink. I'm going to ink that up, and this is the beauty of photopolymer, is I can see right through the stamp. So I can see there's my die, and I can stamp straight down. And when it sticks to it, don't worry, just take your fingernail and flick it off like that. So there's my greeting for the front, and you know how I don't like the naked edges, so let's bring in a sponge, a quarter of a sponge. We sell these in circles, and I buy them and just cut them into quarters. So I'm going to tap into my ink pad. I'm going to hold this oval in my hand, and I'm just going to scratch off the surface like this. Scratch the edges, and you can see how it's just putting a little tiny bit of Night of Navy just around the edges, just to make it look softer and not so stark. And you can sponge as much or as little as you want. It always looks good. I'm never disappointed with sponging. In fact, the more the better, I think. So there's my greeting with my Night of Navy sponging. And I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. Put a couple of those on, like so. And now I'm going to put this on my card front first. Okay, so I'm going to bring back my card front. I'm going to put this down in this corner, like that. Now, because I've sponged this white element on my card, I want to sponge these too, okay? Just to make it all look complete. So I'm going to bring back my sponge, and I'm going to just add a little bit of blue. Don't need to be particular because it's all going to show up on the card. I mean, you could lay it down and sponge it like vigorously if you wanted to, just like, you know, make it all blue if you wanted. But I'm just going to do the edges and hopefully not get it all over my fingers. And a little bit more over here, just like that. Just a little bit of a blue tinge on the edges just to make it pop a bit. There we go. That's my snowflake. Okay, so I still got my glue dots on there, and I'm going to lay this down now. And now I can line this up the way I want it on my card, like that. And I notice there's one little spot right there that didn't poke out, so I'm just going to pop that out. There we go. Love this flourish. It just takes the focal, like it is the focal point of the front of the card. Like, it's just amazing. And I've never seen a die like that. Like, Stampin' Up! Has never sold a die like that before. Not to my knowledge, since I've been a demonstrator anyway. So I'm just gonna put another glue dot right here to secure it down. And maybe another one over there. Sometimes the die wants to pop up a bit, so let's stick another one back here. I'm using the Take Your Pick tool. Love this tool. I don't think I could live without it. It's everywhere I go. With my stamping, anyway. Okay, so I'm not done yet. What I want to do now, I did cut a couple of other snowflakes. I've got a basic gray one and a white one. Actually, I've got a couple of those because you never have too many snowflakes. So I'm going to stick those on. I'm going to put one over in this corner on the greeting. I'm going to put one up here. I think I'm just going to stick with the basic gray ones, and I'll leave the white big flourish to stand on its own. And then we'll see how that looks. Okay, so I'm ready to put this on the front. Now the front of my card is right here. Okay, so I'm going to stick this on the front of my card now. And just gonna come around and put, whoops. These little dimensional things, they are everywhere. You see that? I tried to put adhesive on my card and that just flew right there. I was joking the other day telling someone that when my husband cleans the vacuum out in the garage, like the central vac, I'm sure it's gonna be full of those little dimensional wax pieces because they're everywhere. Oh well, could be worse, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna stick this on the front of my card, just like this. And we're still not done. I want to bring in, there's a reason why I'm doing this in a kind of a random way. And I'll show you, it'll all come together, I promise. I'm gonna bring in this Night of Navy gingham ribbon. Love, love, love this ribbon. And what I wanna do is I want to cut a piece that will fit around the front of my card, okay? And I'm gonna tie it in a knot. So you could do a faux bow here, but I'm gonna cut myself a nice piece and I'm just gonna tie it. Move that out of the way. I'm just gonna tie it into just a little knot. Doesn't have to be a bow, right? It can just be a knot. Knots are way easier than bows, aren't they? And we could just arrange it like that. And I'm just gonna bring my scissors back in and trim off the ribbon. Okay, so that's the front of my card. And I can feed that over so it actually sits on the front like that. Okay, now what I wanna do, actually I'm gonna just leave it like this for a second. So on the inside of my card, now I'm ready to close up the card, but this is gonna be a pretty, this is gonna be my focal point of the inside. It's not, I don't usually decorate the inside, but a diorama card is all about the inside. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is bring in some of this white baker's twine, and I'm going to cut myself a piece that's only about 4 inches. You don't need very much, just a little piece. And I need another glue dot. So I'm gonna pick up a glue dot. I have myself another snowflake here. So I'm gonna put a glue dot on the back of my snowflake, just right up there at the top. I'm gonna attach the twine to that glue dot, okay? Just like that. And that was my doorbell. My daughter's home, it's a PD day, so she can get the door. Okay, so I'm just gonna trim this because I want my snowflake to be in this window, okay? And I'm gonna give myself a piece of, this is our tear tape, so I'm just gonna tear a piece of tear tape. And I'm gonna secure the top of this twine with tear tape, but I'm not gonna pull the tear tape off. The tear tape is just gonna be my little anchor, okay? So now I'm ready to fold this strip and add tear tape down that edge. Okay, just like this. And beauty of tear tape, you just tear it. Now this is our tear tape that Stampin' Up! Sells in the catalog, and you want to use this for boxes, any treat containers, you know, that you're going to put stuff in and you need it to be strong. So you see how I did that? I pressed it down and then I took my take your pick tool and I just lifted it and then it came off really, really easy. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it down into this crease like this. So I'm folding my card flat, okay? And then I'm going to close my card, press it down. And then, when I open my card, you'll see that snowflake is actually floating. Can you see that? Maybe from the top you can see it's floating. I know the sun is really bad in my room right now, but that card, that's gonna be like a little surprise for the person who opens the card. Now the ribbon is in this track. All I gotta do is take it now and just pull it around to the front. You got a little bit of wiggle room with this ribbon. You can just arrange it the way you want, okay? Now that I've got it secured, and just gonna, so you don't want to tie this ribbon too tight because if you do, when you go to maneuver it, you might rip your cardstock, and you don't want that. Okay, just be gentle. Gentle, gentle, and then it's kind of stuck there in the corner. Let's see if I can lift it. There we go. Okay, so there's my ribbon on the front, which is what I want for the front of my card. The inside has my little snowflake. Now, I'm not done yet because remember those trinkets that you can get for free today? Here they are. I'm gonna put one of those right in the center of that snowflake. And that's just gonna finish this card just nicely, I think. Let's see. So I've got a glue dot. I'm gonna put that on the back of my trinket. I'll lay that down on my snowflake. Like that. And there's the inside of my card. Can you see that in the sunlight? So when it stands on a mantle, I wish you could, well, maybe when I flip camera you can see it. It's just dangling there. Now the front of my card, okay, the front of my card still needs a bit of bling, right? We can't stop with the bling. So I've got some rhinestones. We can bling it up with rhinestones. And we've got one for here. You can put as many or as little as you want, but I definitely want to put one there and one on each of the gray ones, maybe. One there. And one there. Okay, so I'm happy with that. What do you guys think? All right, so it's kind of sad. I'm actually sad that this product is only available till today because I am going to keep playing with it. This is a keeper for sure. So let me flip you in here. Oh, it just gave me an error. Okay, can you guys still see me? So that's my card for today. My little, can you see the shimmer? Oh my goodness, you can totally see the shimmer on this from this angle, from the sunlight. That is shimmer on max. Holy moly. Yeah, so if you want those things, you know how to do it. Go to my online store, place the order, and when I get your, thanks Camilla, thanks Colleen. And when I get the email notification of your order, I will get these to you. I'm actually ordering a bunch today because they are not gone yet. And this stuff is only while supplies last, so I'm hoping that they don't sell out. So thanks so much for joining me, everybody. And if you like what you saw, feel free to share and come back and comment that you shared. And I will be back next week. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.